His family's grief heart-wrenching.
And he didn't deserve this. He still had a whole life to live.
Back home now to the shocking crime in California. Authorities investigating the death of a 10-year-old boy they say was shot and killed by another 10-year-old.
Death of a 10-year-old boy they say was shot and killed by another 10-year-old.
Who found his father's stolen gun. We get more from Steve Patterson.
A 10-year-old boy and his father have both been arrested after police say the boy shot and killed another child.
Tonight, flowers for KJ.
10 years old. Oh, he was only 10 years old.
The Sacramento Sheriff's Office says 10-year-old Keith KJ Frierson was shot and killed by another 10-year-old boy.
In the quiet streets of Sacramento, a deafening gunshot echoed, forever silencing the innocent laughter of a 10-year-old boy. A chilling scene unfolded as a young boy, merely 10 years of age, discovered a firearm hidden within his father's vehicle. The lethal weapon, within the grasp of a child, triggered a horrifying incident that would mark the neighborhood. The unsuspecting victim, another boy of the same tender age, became the target of this tragic misfortune. A single bullet fired, piercing the air before finding its mark.
Saturday afternoon, authorities say the alleged shooter was ordered by his father to grab cigarettes from their car. Instead, police say the boy grabbed his dad's gun, bragging that he had it, before taking aim at KJ and pulling the trigger.
Complainant saying a little boy was shot. They're screaming in the background.
Deputies say KJ was rushed to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead.
The immediate aftermath was nothing short of chaotic. Witnesses, paralyzed with shock, struggled to comprehend the horrific scene that unfolded before their eyes. The once lively and joyful playground was now a crime scene, tainted by the cruel reality of life's fragility. As the lifeless body of the young victim lay on the cold asphalt, the perpetrators, a man and his son, fled into a nearby apartment.
The 10-year-old suspect ran to a nearby apartment complex.
Y'all allowed y'all's son to do this to my 10-year-old nephew.
Officials say the gun was reported stolen in 2017, and that after the shooting, the boy's father allegedly tried to get rid of the firearm by dumping it in the trash.
In the chilling aftermath, authorities arrived to find an unresponsive child, his life cruelly stolen by an act of reckless irresponsibility. Sacramento's finest were on the scene, their faces etched with the grim reality of the situation. A 10-year-old boy, his life extinguished in the blink of an eye by another child of the same age. The perpetrator, Arkete Davis's son, who had found his father's gun in the vehicle, a weapon Davis was legally prohibited from owning or possessing. Davis and his son were swiftly arrested, their carelessness leading to an unthinkable tragedy.
The father was arrested on possession of a firearm by a felon and child endangerment. According to the CDC, firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children in the U.S. More than 1,600 were killed in 2023.
Justice for my nephew.
Now, another family mourns the senseless death of a child.
As the news spread, the community was reeled in shock, outrage, and deep sorrow. The victim's family was left to grapple with the harsh reality. Their bright, loving child, who had a whole life ahead of him, was no more.
My nephew's blood is on y'all hands.
The father of the alleged shooter, 53-year-old Arkete Davis, is being held on $500,000 bail. His 10-year-old son, arrested on suspicion of murder, was detained at a youth detention facility.
As the sun set, the grim reality set in. A stolen life, a grieving family, and a community forever scarred by a single gunshot. The consequences of this tragic incident serve as a chilling reminder of the dangers of irresponsible gun ownership. In the wake of this horrific event, Arkete Davis and his 10-year-old son were arrested. The child, shockingly, was charged with murder. While Davis faced a litany of felony firearm-related charges, child endangerment, and accessory after the fact. This devastating incident underscores the broader issue of illegal gun possession and misuse. Davis, prohibited from owning or possessing a firearm, had a stolen gun nonetheless. This weapon, tragically, ended up in the hands of a child. We must urgently address the need for stricter gun control measures, for this is not just about one incident, it's about a widespread problem that threatens the very fabric of our society. And so, we are left with a stark reminder. Every gun in the wrong hands is a ticking time bomb, capable of shattering lives in an instant. This is the haunting legacy of irresponsible gun ownership.